I want to get you out the door with every result from every league in under 15 minutes, so that you're more informed about what's going on in the world of sports.
Hey TJ, what's going on? I'm Chandler and this is Tiger Beat Sports.
Hey everybody, I'm Chandler Sports and this is the Sport Report.
And I'm Chandler and this is Tiger Beat Sports. Welcome to a special edition of this all crazy sports newscast.
Broadcasting from somewhere in the United States.
Hit it, Blaze.
This is the Sport Report.
Friday, May 24th, 2019.
Hey everybody, I'm Chandler with Sports, and this is the Sport Report. It's time to get you caught up on what's happening in the world of sports. This is Top of the Order.
In a year that has been so improbable, the impossible has happened.
This is Top of the Order.
Our top story comes from Milwaukee, where the Toronto Raptors defeated the Milwaukee Bucks 105-99, meaning the Golden State Warriors could face off against the Toronto Raptors in the NBA Finals. Toronto leads the series 3-2. It is a best of 7, meaning you need 4 games to win the series. Milwaukee has a chance to win in Toronto in Game 6 on Saturday night, where Drake will probably be sitting courtside and possibly be giving neck massages to Toronto head coach Nick Nurse. Well, it's possible. It did happen in Game 4. Milwaukee kind of faltered towards the end of the game, and after Aaron Rodgers and David Bakhtiari, who is an offensive lineman for the Packers, Rodgers the quarterback for the Green Bay Packers, after they had a beer-chugging competition, Toronto went on a 102-88 run to win by 6 in Milwaukee. Kawhi Leonard had 35 points, 7 rebounds, and 9 assists. Pascal Siakam, 14 points and 13 rebounds for Toronto. Meanwhile, for Milwaukee, Chris Middleton only had 6 points to go along with 10 rebounds and 10 assists. Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek Freak, 24 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists for him. Game 6, as we said, will be on Saturday night. Does Toronto close it out, or does Milwaukee send it back across the border for a Game 7 a few nights later? We'll have to wait and find out. There is no hockey on the slate tonight, or Saturday, or Sunday, but there is on Monday. Boston Bruins, St. Louis Blues in a rematch of the 1970 Stanley Cup Final will be playing in the 2019 Stanley Cup Final, starting Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern on NBC. We will have Sport Report NHL correspondent Jack Esper on. I was told last night that we couldn't say anything. It's official. We can say something. We found him. He's not happy with us, that we left him in Winnipeg. There's a whole story to this. We'll let you hear it on Monday. Now to Major League Baseball.
Derek Jeter with one of the most unbelievable plays you will ever see by a shortstop. Ortiz in the deep right field. Back is Sheffield. We'll see you later tonight.
Someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
Now from Major League Baseball.
10 games on the Major League Baseball slate. No one got rained out, but 8 out of the 10 road teams won on this Thursday slate. Let's start in Chicago at Wrigley Field, where the Philadelphia Phillies defeated the Chicago Cubs 9-7. John Lester is 3-3 with a 2.68 ERA for the Cubbies, and Aaron Nola is 5-0 with a above 4.5 ERA on the season for his Phillies. New York Mets 6, Washington Nationals 4. The Nationals scored 3 runs in the top half of the 8th inning, and then the Mets answered back with 3 runs of their own in the bottom half of the 8th inning to win 6-4. New York Yankees 6, Baltimore Orioles 5, Miami Marlins 5, Detroit Tigers 2. The Tigers continue to be on a skid. They've lost 9 in a row. I'm not going to go into how many games they've lost this month, but they've lost quite a few. They're 11 games under 500. Meanwhile, Miami is 15 games under 500. Those two have 2 of the 3 worst records in the league behind the Baltimore Orioles, who are 15-35 after 50 games. In 13 innings, Atlanta Braves 5, San Francisco Giants 4, Minnesota Twins 16, LA Angels 7. After a game got rained out in Los Angeles, which is a sentence that I never thought I would say in my career, but I just said it. It got rained out 2 nights ago. Well, they played yesterday in LA, and the Twins hit a club record. They tied a club record with 8 home runs in this game. 3rd time they've done it in their franchise history. 2nd time they've done it this season. They did it April 20th against the Baltimore Orioles, of course. 16-7, the Twins win this game. Tampa Bay Rays 7, Cleveland Indians 2. Chicago White Sox 4, Houston Astros nothing. The Astros were held to 4 hits on the afternoon. Lucas Giolito is 6-1 with a 2.77 ERA for the White Sox. Pittsburgh Pirates 14, Colorado Rockies 6. Antonio Sensatella, my goodness, he's now 3-4 with an over 6 ERA for the Rockies. Meanwhile, Jordan Lyles, the pitcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates, improves to 5-1 on the season with a 2.81 ERA. The lower the ERA, the earned run average, the better for a pitcher. Colorado is 4 games under 500, meanwhile Pittsburgh is 3 games above 500. In the final game of the day, the Boston Red Sox 8, Toronto Blue Jays 2. Red Sox take 2 out of 3 games from the Rogers Center across the border. Today there will be 15 games on the Major League Baseball slate. Those will be the only games on the sports calendar for today's action.
That's the Sport Report
for Friday, May 24th, 2019.
For now, I'm Chandler.
Thanks for tuning into the Sport Report today. We'll be back tomorrow with the latest in sports.
Do you want to contact Chandler Sports or members of the Sport Report team? Visit sportreportcws.com.
This podcast is copyrighted by the Sport Report for viewers to understand sports from a news reporting basis. Any other use of this podcast, Sport Report logos, or anything associated with this podcast without the express written consent of Channel Sports is strictly prohibited.